Hello, hello, my wonderful collective, and the guests of my channel as well. This is me, Slavic. Good to see everybody. Once again, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's take a look what messages the universe have for you today. What messages the universe have for you today in regards of your current situation. All right. First oracle card, we have Bustes. Oracle card number 15. Beautiful card. And of course, Bustes represents protection. Okay, Bustes is all about protection. Protection also represents independence and represents magic. Remember that the Bustes was a goddess of Egyptian pantheon, but unlike her counterpart, Sekhmet, Bustes is not Farsi unless she is protecting somebody or protecting something, right? So she's very kind, she's very generous, the goddess Bustes, unless you double cross her or unless you're trying to harm somebody who is innocent, then of course she steps in to protect, right? She is not harmful unless she's provoked. So I feel with this information that someone here is constantly trying to provoke you, not understanding that, yeah, maybe in times you are passive, right? You're not the type of person that engages in conflicts. But if somebody steps on your tail, if somebody provokes you, then of course you're ready to protect what's yours. She's very gentle goddess in general. She's very loyal. She's very nurturing, very kind. Okay. She's also associated with moon and with magic as well, right? Bust is associated with magic and moon. So I feel like you're protected here. You are protected. You yourself even have a very powerful protector. So you yourself may be utilizing your own skills in order to protect and defend what belongs to you, right? This is a divine protection. And generally, cats in Egyptian and in mythology always carry that energy of protection and kind of like a transmitters between the worlds, between the living and the underworlds, right? So of course, when this card comes in, is always signification to you that you're not alone, that you are protected, you're under divine protection against all evil works that has been once again cast against you, right? So it's about protection from magic, because I feel like somebody conjuring magic on you all the time, right? All the time I feel the presence of magic, somebody always doing something to you. And you may energetically feel that effects, right? You feel it. And of course, you're taking actions to defend your energy and defend your territories here, right? People trying to provoke you, right? So therefore, do not allow anybody to hurt you. Do not allow anybody to hurt you. I feel like there's a lot of people that are trying to sabotage you, trying to provoke you, including conjuring spells, dark spells against you. So today we'll be working with Bastet. And once again, let's take a look. Who's exactly doing what to you? Who's exactly constantly doing what to you? Because someone here is trying to provoke you. They're trying to destroy you. I kind of feel like these individuals that harm you, your enemies, they slowly coming to a realization that you cannot be penetrated, that you are protected, you have an armor. They most likely trying to affect your emotional state, right? So whatever is being done to hurt you emotionally, because physically you cannot be penetrated. There's absolutely nothing that anybody can do. I feel like it. So once again, let's take a look at it more further into detail in regards of Bastet. what exactly Bastet has to say today. Who's conjuring magic against you? Why? Who are these people? So let's dive into this. The card rejection, stork, no actions, rainbow, angels and demons, mirror, earth, purity, purification. Yeah. Purification. You purifying your life. This is really what's happening here, that you are purifying your life. I do see that a group of people doing very hard, trying very hard for you to be rejected, to feel rejected. It's some sort of sync here. Like I already said, that your enemies are targeting your emotional state. They want you feel like you are rejected, like you are not protected, like there is no one there for you, no one to understand you, that there is no love, no support system, no support networking in your life, right? So I do see here that whatever these enemies of yours are doing is they want you to feel rejected, rejection. So I'm assuming that most likely there's some sort of slander, belittling you, right? This is really what that person's doing here. I'll show you in a second the card so you can understand. Rejection, see? So you feel rejected. So you feel like you're alone, that you're rejected. Someone here is very angry. We have an individual here casting a spell, reading a book. Behind this person, there's dark entities, demonic entities. The person is very angry, full of hate, because every single thing these people do to you is, like I said, was intent for you to feel rejected. But you're not rejected, because I do see you're divinely protected. You have a good support system, both from those who you trust and, of course, from divine. Who is doing this to you? Who is doing this to you? Yeah, the card of Tower. Maybe a couple. Maybe a couple here. Two people falling off that tower. Definitely there's a couple. There's either a husband and wife, or a boyfriend and girlfriend, or common law, or some sort of adult interdependent partnership. One of them is a couple. Couple that did everything in order for you to fall, for you to feel rejected. Yeah, see, look at this. Moon and magic. Yeah, there's definitely a magic. Devil is the only thing that didn't come up through this read at the moment is a devil, the influence of a devil. But the magician and the moon cards simply specifying that yes, there is people here. They're doing dirty works behind your back, as you can see, moon and a magician. Could be magical influence, like conjuring curses. This is also could be manipulations, could be slander, could be lies. So they intend to destroy you, right? The Tower card here. This couple wants to destroy you. They're doing everything to destroy you, to destroy your life, for you to feel rejected. So once again, as long as you maintain your emotions in check, as long as you understand that, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's happening behind my back. Okay, moon, secrecy, hidden. All of these targets and all of these attacks are taking place behind your back. You don't see it. You feel it. I know you feel it, right? Because you're connected. Bastet is a goddess of magic and the goddess of protection. So you are connected to the divine. You know exactly what's happening. But there is this couple, these people that behind your back negatively influence your life. They want you to be completely isolated. They want people to reject you. They want court system to reject you. They want police to reject you. They distorting your name. They distorting who you are. Lies, constant lies, and constant manipulations. And like I already mentioned, there was most likely and still currently is the presence of a severe negative and dark influence in your life, without doubt. So what is this? What is this negative influence? What are this couple doing? They're doing something because they want everybody not to take your side. They distort you and distort your name. These so-called enemies. Yeah, attachment. They're attached to you. They attach. They cannot let go of you. Someone here cannot let go harming you. And you would probably wonder why. Why? Why for such a long period of time, whoever this person is cannot simply let go of you? They can't. It's almost become a sick obsession in harming you. They cannot let go. They cannot let go. They will never change. These enemies will always going to try to destroy your life for as long as they breathe. So you can imagine the hatred from these people. They can't. They attach to you. Can't let go of you. Can't let go of you. Fighting you. Right? Once again, no action. All of their dark work, brings no action to them. They can't penetrate you here. You protected. But they're trying. You be sure of that. They're trying. Yeah, broken heart. Right? These people are broken hearted. They're broken. Family, it's a family. It's a broken family. Family that is broken. Family that maybe perhaps blame you for what happened in their lives. Blaming you like it's your fault. Like you're the reason why they're suffering. A family that do not want to take accountability for their own actions. They started it. But I see they're heartbroken because they're not happy. They're not happy that no matter what they're doing, it's not working. So let's take a look. Who is here so broken? Who is here so broken? They want to break you. They want to break you. Because they knew they could have not do anything to you. I feel like whatever this three people is, there's definitely a couple. There's a husband and wife for sure. There's a couple. And then there is a third person. I feel masculine energy of that person. So a male and a couple. Okay? I also feel that whatever this trio have done to you, they dig, right? They dig underneath your feet. They're trying to find for dirt. They're digging, they're looking, they're searching. They could have not found anything wrong with you. They could have not found anything that initially could sabotage you. They couldn't find anything. So eventually this trio decided to break you, break your heart. They want you to be broken. They want you to be broken. So as long as you remain at peace, nothing could be done to you. But this is their intention, to break you. They want to break you, break your heart. Destroy everything in your life. Who is it? Who is this so obsessed with breaking your heart and breaking your life, destroying your life? Who is this person? Who is this person? Person that is backstabbed. Person that is broken themselves. These people are broken. So maybe they're acting and everything they're doing is from a position of a loser, right? Because no one who is happy would have do this to you. No one that was happy on the first place would never targeted you. So whoever this person is clearly broken. There's a 10 of swords. I do feel that there's a serious destruction in this people's life. Look at this, 3 of swords, judgment card, and 10 of sword came through. So you can imagine what chaos your enemies are currently facing right now. There is that destruction. And that destruction, I feel, came suddenly. They didn't expect it. Because these people thought that they could manipulate you, that they could hurt you, they could harm you, they could abuse you forever. They thought they'll get away with this belittling, with this fraud. But they can't, because I do see that the person that did this to you is now broken. Broken. Broken because they cannot break you. So most likely some sort of boomerang is now flying back to your enemies. You may even be aware of that. There is a serious stagnation. There is a serious pause. Who is broken here? Who is defeated? Yeah, see the card of victory. Look at this. This is you, right? You won. You won against all of this chaos. While all of this was done to you behind your back, all of this belittling, abuse, pain, suffering, you won. This is the card of a winner. You're victorious. You're the winner. And because you're a winner, your enemies are suffering. They could have not do anything to prevent your victory in life. Who is this? Show me. Who is this? Yeah, trio. Trio is people that most likely friends. Friends. I don't know if they were your friends. If they were your friends, definitely you need a new set of friends. They're not friends. They're not your friends. They were never your friends. But it's a group of people that drink together, party together, celebrate together. They're close friendship relationship here between all of these 3 people that did this to you. Right? They celebrated their victory at one point. Now they're stuck. So once again, it's some sort of group of friends. Unhealthy, unethical people. Yeah, it's a woman here. Queen of Wands, woman. Woman is now suffering. Well, the question is why? Why would you do magic? Why would you create it and fabricated this fake narrative about an innocent person? Right? It's a woman here. Woman here is broken. She's heartbroken. She's done. This woman is so heartbroken that my words cannot describe to you. What I see here is a payback for your suffering. Tower, Moon, Magician, 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Judgment, 3 of Swords. No more good times, no more partying here. And there she is in the middle. Now she's facing this destruction. But she knew what she was doing, right? She knew. It's a woman here that is heartbroken. She's done. She's finished. She's broken. She's defeated completely. There's another woman here. There's 2 women here showing me. 2 women. 2 women. 9 of Wands breathing in your back. There's 3 people here. Maybe 2 women and a man. Okay? And there's something here they did to you, maybe legally. There's a paperwork involved. There's corruption here involved. It's some sort of crooks, criminals. They're criminals. It's 2 women. Cold, angry, hateful. They do have a card. I do have a card of lover. Maybe they 2 lovers. Maybe it's 2 women that, in a relationship with each other. Hey, could be. They could be lovers, actually. They could be lovers on intimate level. And of course, the lover's card signifies a partnership, that these 2 women partner up together to do something to you here. You see, 3 of Pentacles. They set you up legally here. because Three of Pentacles is a card of papers. You see, they were cooking something here. You see, they were cooking something on documents. Could have been forgery, perjury, falsification of evidence, entrapment, like you entrapped. There's something here was done against your reputation by these two women, and both of them are finished. Two women here that partner up together. So yeah, the question is, will you succeed? Absolutely. You will be able to prove in court that these two women here, no, there's a card of promotion. There is a card of promotion comes up. So some of these women, maybe this fire sign woman, got a promotion on your suffering. If this is a corrupt cop, like what is her identification? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Let's start with this one. Dyed blonde hair, not long hair. Light eyes. She doesn't have brown eyes, okay? Kind of like a longer bob haircut, you know, like not super short, but bob. I don't know, longer bob. I don't know, this is what I get. Longer bob, dyed blonde hair. Maybe there's some streaks of like a brown or darker shade. Okay, so this is the first woman. She has blonde hair, short, bob. Okay, so it's kind of like a curl up to the neck, no longer than a neck shape. And most likely light eyes. That's the first one. Age, well, 40 above, 40 plus. The second one, well, the second one is like a man in the pants, woman in the pants, I should say. Very callous, calculated, very cold, maybe connected to law, maybe, could be possibly, or politics, or police, or doctor, okay, medicine field. Also older than this first one, older age, so 50 plus. Darker hair. One is blonde, this one's darker hair, dark hair. Black, black hair, burgundy, cherry red, dark cherry red, like black cherry red, kind of like that, reddish, darker hair color, okay? And of course, what joined these women together is this promotion thing. So if these two women are in a position of power, or they were in a position of power, and they chose to set you up because there's some sort of falsified documents were created against you. You see? They were falsified. There's papers here. See? They're cooking. Three people cooking together. See? Look, one is a blonde, short hair, bob, kind of like a bank on the side. One is a brunette, and then there's some man. Some man here as well. Older man. Older. For the sake of money. You were entrapped for the sake of money. Because someone here wanted promotion. So I do see that they did not expect the truth will prevail. They did not expect your victory. They did not expect that you withstand the blow, constant blows that you were thrown at. There's constantly, they bash you, bash you, bash you, bash you, belittled you, abused you, constantly. Constantly. They wanted to distort you. So nobody believed you about their involvement and their abuse and their corruption. But that didn't happen. Because everything leading towards your victory, there's one card fell out of my hands. Yeah, revenge. Revenge, they wanted revenge. Revenge for the fact that you stood up for yourself, that you spoke the truth. They want revenge because you stand up for yourself. But then there's also an older man here. There's something here on documents, on court. In court, reports. Reports to the police, reports online. Something on paper here that they did to you. Yeah, see? Made reports in your name. Set you up. You were set up. They wanted revenge. Yeah. No cure for stupid. Yeah, these people beyond cure. They will not change. But they're already finished. See, because they believe nobody is watching. They believe that nobody's watching them, that they're off the hook because they're so perfect, right? They're perfect. They protected, and that nobody's watching them, okay? Nobody's watching them. The show will be up to a huge surprise once they will be detained. Yeah, prosecutors. There could be prosecutors. Lawyers. Prosecutors got promoted. Money, level up. Crown's office. This is all lawyers. Lawyers and cops. Lawyers and the corrupt cops. They got promoted. They wanted money. They're prosecutors. This woman, like here is a prosecutor. There's a twice card of promotion came up from two different decks. Prosecutors that wanted promotion. They wanted to level their income. They wanted to increase their income. There's a two women here comes up. Most likely one woman here big time, this fire sign. That blonde and brunette. Prosecutors. They wanted to prosecute you. They're ambitious. But what was there to prosecute you for? What arguments that these corrupt prosecutors had in order to prosecute you? What did they had? Nothing. They had nothing. So they fabricated a problem for you. They created it. They created this problem for you. Yeah, so it's a prosecutors here. And a man. There's also a man. Older man. Older, glasses, blonde hair. Like white. European background. Scandinavian, Swedish, Austrian. Perhaps. Background, Austrian. Maybe mixed with British. Very European, like a coast area. Glasses, he wears glasses. He has kind of like a square face. Squarish round face, glasses. I see his glasses. Very unpleasant character, very unpleasant looks, like not attractive. White hair. White meaning not like gray, but like yellowish white. Okay, like an Austrian type of man with glasses. So he's also could have been either a prosecutor or chief prosecutor or a judge of some sort. So yeah, these are the three people here that I see. Yeah, there he is, comes up. A man, an emperor. A man in power. Maybe a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Very overly ambitious. Two people out of three overly ambitious. But he holds the power. This emperor. This corrupt. There is a third person corrupt. Two women and a man. Connected to law. Hold position of power. Hold position of authority. All wanted money. So they abuse you. But I see their time is coming to an end here. Yeah, see. Selfishness, selfish, materialistic, greedy. That's all really what it was, because you did not deserve this. You have done nothing wrong. You were simple you were used as a tool for this trio. Greed. They did it for money. And you ask yourself, well, why would a prosecutor or a judge, why would a police officer in their right healthy mind would have ever entrapped and set up a victim, an innocent person? Why? I tell you why. Because what was done to you guaranteed their increase of income. That's why they did it. They did it because they wanted to score a better job. Maybe they wanted to move up into a special division of the Crown's prosecutor's office. Maybe there was an offer of jobs in politics or in office that would give them more power to continue abusing innocent people. They did it only because of greed, because they're greedy. They wanted money. But according to the universe has a big problem where an innocent person like yourself suffering. You suffered because of it. High Priestess came up in return. Hidden motives, exactly. Hidden motives. They all had a hidden motives of money. Not because you were guilty, not because you've done anything wrong. They simply wanted promotion. That's it. That was it. Money hungry. And now they're seeking revenge on you. Now they're trying to punish you because you stood up for yourself and you exposed their sick corruption. So their hidden motives was promotion. That's that. Money. They tortured you. They abused you. They belittled you. They slandered you. They committed perjury. They created this web of lies for their own sake. I do see a card of witch here. There's definitely was a witchcraft done on you as well. Someone here, once again, paid somebody either to do something to you, because remember, rejection. Yeah. I see that whoever that witch is that did this to you, whoever that person was that cast these spells or conjured any spells on you, because I do see there was a spell, magic has a place to be in your life. That person has no money themselves anymore. So whoever did magic for you to have no money, or for you to lose income, or anything that affected your financial state, because rituals was done to affect your financial state, I do see that whoever that witch is now lacking money herself. Okay, they have no money anymore. All right, this trio, what else should we know about this trio, about these people? What else should we know about these three so-called prosecutors / privileged, corrupt, greedy? What else should we know about this? Arguments, a lot of arguments, a lot of conflicts. Things are tensing up. I see a woman here and a man very moody. Could be a couple. One is an air sign, man. So this man came up as a fire sign. He doesn't have to be. But a lot of plot, right? Ruthless, very malice, very manipulator. Woman here, on the other hand, is very moody, very insecure, very inconsistent, codependent. So they're losing their stability. They're all over the place. Woman here is acting like a complete drama queen, like she cannot control her emotions at all. She's crying, she's hysterical, she's freaking out, she's panicking, right? And like I already said, this trio, they have a lot to worry about. Whoever that couple is, because they're a couple, they have a lot to worry about. They took an innocent person whom they're supposed to by law protect, and they abused you. They have a lot to worry about. Because I don't care how powerful these people think they are. Just because they're constitutionally protected as let's say, judges, it doesn't matter. They will also be removed constitutionally. They're not above the law. But this trio proclaimed themselves above the law. So woman here is freaking out completely. Whoever that woman is, drama queen, she's moody, she's very inconsistent with her statements. She's saying one thing to the detectives, or if there's like a request because they're under investigation, right? She's very moody all over the place, throwing things around, a very unpredictable behavior, crying, causing a scene, fighting with people, fighting with everybody around her. Like there's no stability. Man, this self-proclaimed tyrant, he's a tyrant. He's ruthless, like he's harsh. He's very malice, very manipulative. And there's this sense of tyranny. He's plotting, right? The man here is right now still believing, woman here, I see they're done. Okay, woman here may be doing magic, like paying somebody, hoping that some sort of witchcraft ritual magically turn you into something that you're not. Well, this is absurd. This is absurd, right? So women here, crazy, crazy, crazy. They spending money on witchcraft, doing witchcraft, lying, emotional, losing money. But the biggest opponent here currently, which is the last opponent that's standing currently, is this masculine, is this self-proclaimed emperor, right? He's like, I am the law. Maybe he's in military. Maybe he's a cop. Maybe he's a general. Maybe he's a minister of national defense, right? He has a uniform, armor, right? Emperor, he holds power. He holds more power than these women, whoever these two were, right? He probably the one that promised these women promotion. He is a tyrant one. He's still currently standing. He's still trying to manipulate. He's still trying to fight with you. But like I already said, you don't need to worry about some corrupt criminal who abuses a system in his advantage, who weaponizes his power to harm innocent person, because I do see you going to win. These people are all going to be most likely incarcerated. They will be most likely incarcerated. So whoever this emperor is fighting with you, he's the last one standing. The woman here, they lost control. They're out of control. They cannot put it together anymore. They're exposed. So what about this malice man? This ruthless. He could be an air sign. Already knowing the tea. Well, I think you already know. You're already aware who this person is. You may have your suspicion. Everybody know who he is. Everybody knows what he did. So people know. Nobody's foolish here. Everybody knows what was done here to you. Everybody. But see, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear that they made a mistake. Right? They know that they messed up. They know what they did was wrong. They know what they did. That's the thing. And they do not want to admit to it. I hate nothing about you, and game over. And there's also promiscuous. All of these people, I feel like they're very promiscuous. Sleep around. Maybe this man had an affair or slept around with this woman. I don't know what kind of friendship it is. Maybe it's a group of trio that highly promiscuous, and they all kind of like in relationship with each other. Maybe it's very unconventional relationship or unconventional couple. One man, two women. They all made a mistake. And whatever here they did was wrong. Was wrong because they did it for money. They did it for promotion. Yeah, they know they messed up. Including this tyrant. They just don't want to admit it. Because their admittal would put them incarcerated. What about this tyrant, medical officer? Maybe he's a doctor. Corrupt doctor, medical. See, there's medical. There's prosecutors and doctors involved. And they exposed corrupt doctors. Doctor and the prosecutor that lied. They lied. They wrote a report that was wrong. They used identity of other people and attached your name to these two people reports. They lied. They provided fake reports about who you are because they wanted money and promotion. Maybe they wanted the contract. So point is, they're criminals. They're corrupt. They're corrupt. It's a dirty game of the government officials, prosecutors and medical officers who work for the crown, and law enforcement officers. So, law enforcement officers corrupt cops, corrupt forensics assessors. Who works for the cops and medical office? Who is that person? Well, what is the term for that person? Forensics, maybe? Medical officer that works for the law enforcement, or a medical officer that work for the crown or prosecutor's department, right? There's three people here: cops, doctors, and prosecutors. All of these three. All of these three. At least all of these three. Maybe there's somebody else. I'm sure there's somebody else involved. But the key players who created this scheme, where they take a healthy individual like yourself, make them appear to be ill, so they most likely would be subjected to some sort of experimental situation, or convicted, or arrested, or investigated. Because it's money, right? Money, time. They had nothing to do. So they're all criminals here. All of them, all three of them, all three are caught. Prosecutors, medical expert, law enforcement officer, they are all exposed. And that's why you're achieving that victory. That's why you're going to sue them. How do they feel? How do they feel? How are those, all of these corrupt triora feel? Maybe this one is an expert, doctor, medical officer in a position of power, like he, because every prosecutor's office or government office, there's always someone in charge, like a chief medical officer, okay? Because he's not just a regular officer, he's a chief psychiatrist, chief forensic expert, chief psychologist that works for the government, works for the prosecution office, the chief, right? He's like above. But he never spoke to you. He never questioned you. He never assessed you. He doesn't even know your medical history. But yet somehow, all of these psychopaths, all of these sickos, fabricated a lying report about you because they themselves made a reports in your name. They could have called suicide hotline and pretended to be you and said, oh, you're suicidal, so you must be crazy. I'm just giving you an example, okay? I'm not saying that this is what necessarily happened. I'm just giving you an example that is very easy to entrap a person if that's what your intentions are, especially if you're in law, especially if you're in a position of power. It's very easy for anybody to entrap anybody. But multiply it by 1,000 by people who are supposed to do the right job under their oath that they sworn or affirm to exercise their duty according to the law, free from fraud, they've failed. How are these three are feeling right now? Because I see there's a big problems for all three of them. They're very scared. Woman here losing mind. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this justice. Oh yeah. They have problem with the law now. They have a problem with the law. There's a man here, King of Swords. There's also card of the Sun. There's this woman, fire sign and air sign. Maybe the man is an air sign. And there's another woman, earth sign. So technically, finally, their identity here being exposed. Earth sign female, Capricorn, Taurus or Leo. Taurus or Virgo. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is another woman, because there's 3 of them. And there's this air sign man. He's an air sign, most likely. He's already a creepo tyrant. Right? He's already cold, unemotional, immoral, unethical. So they're scared because the courts, the superior court, the higher level of the court, they know the truth. They see the truth. They know that they lied. They know that everything that was done to you was a lie. They also know that there was an affair here, intimate relationship between one of these women and this man. Maybe both of these women had intimate relationship with this man. They know all of it. They know about this unconventional relationship that took place between all of these above. They know that all 3 of them lied for the sake of promotion and money. The law knows. And that's exactly why the justice is on your side. Despite how hard they're trying to manipulate, as the first 2 cards signifies, Moon and the Magician, despite the fact that they're trying to hide and manipulate the system, once again, they will not succeed. They won't, because truth is here. Victory is here. You were a victim of crime. You were a victim of fraud. You were a victim of torture. You were a victim of abuse. So they know. They know, courts know. They're under investigation. They know that, courts also know that this trio targeted you, that it was a targeted offense, that you're constantly being targeted by these people. They know all of it. And yes, they're spending money for witchcraft. They're spending money for hackers. They're hacking you. They're stalking you. Because that's what they're still trying to do. They're still trying to entrap you like they did before. But it's not working. It's not going to work because it's not meant to work anymore. There's also some of you crazy ex here involved. Crazy ex. Crazy ex most likely invited these people. Crazy ex and military framed you. Maybe one of this person is your crazy ex. Okay? But there's someone here that it's all begin after being in relationship with some very unstable ex. Crazy ex framed you. And I see the card military. So there's military involved. And perhaps this trio is from military too. But like I said, it doesn't matter. It does not matter at this point what these people want. However, I do see that the justice will be served in your favor. That's clarified. What will the court rule? Eight of Swords. Yeah, what will the court rule? Well, what the courts? First of all, courts already understand that you were entrapped here. That there's nothing you could have done, because the odds of you to exposing these people or even knowing about their plan was 0. The court acknowledges that you were a victim of miscarriage of justice, because there was a miscarriage of justice. You were set up here. You were framed by maybe your crazy sick ex who, like I said, have contact to these people. And also, court also acknowledging you that by 7 of Wands you stood your ground, right? You have a smile on your face. You stood up to these hyenas. You stood up to these wolves. That you are not broken. That you are strong. And as you can see, yes, these are 2 women here. The drama queen, there is one with an open mouth. Must be this male here, whining. The tyrant still whining, still blapping. But they're turning away. They're turning away from you, which means that there is nothing they can do to you. And once again, in conclusion, there's the card of Sun again. Sun is always truth. Sun is revelation. You proved your innocence. You proved it. You said, what the heck is this? Yeah, see, look at this devilry. What is this devilry? And there's a card of death. This devilry is done. These people, I don't care who's here is a forensic psychiatrist in chief. I don't care who these sick people are. But their devilry, their disgusting behavior, their manipulation, their magic, their witchcraft, all of this that was done to you by the card of death is over. It's over. And I don't care whether they sad or crying or unhappy. They're done. Military here. Military. Can you imagine? Military frame you for promotion? What is this stuff? Greedy and sick people. That's who they are. There's arguments, a lot of arguments amongst these people. Jealousy, a lot of jealousy. And I see separation. If this is your ex, for example, and his partner or his wife or whoever, I see there's going to be a lot of arguments. There's a couple here. I told you there is a couple out of these three. So whoever is a couple is, I see there's a lot of jealousy. Arguments based on jealousy. Maybe this woman was jealous of you. But the thing is that they framed you. They involved military. They involved the courts. They lied. They subjected you for many years of suffering. And yet you didn't even deserve it. So couple here is going to be separated here soon. They're fighting like crazy. Fear, a lot of fears of these people. Fear, witchcraft, witch is scared. Whoever was doing some sort of magic here, I do see that there was a heart involved, needles involved, candles, red candles, most likely love spell that was done or undertaken. So whoever did this is very scared. Also, I feel like the witch is very disappointed that this witchcraft doesn't work. So it looks like to me you were targeted out of jealousy. Yeah, demonically oppressed people. Greedy and demonically oppressed people. These people will never be fixed. They sold their soul to the devil a long time ago. They will be held accountable for what they did to you and how they treated you. For everything. At this point, I see that they will not get away with not a single thing at all. Jealousy. Jealousy is the reason why you were entrapped in the first place. You were not entrapped because you're some sort of criminal. You're not a criminal. You're not a criminal. You're a good person. You're a kind, good person. Sweet person. All of this hatred initially most likely was originated out of jealousy and greed. Greed. Why you have it and why I don't. Let's destroy your life. That desire to destroy you. And yes, some of you do have that crazy ex involved, that new military, or were connected to military. Framed you. You were framed. Military framed you. So it's a group of friends that either serving in the same military department or know people in military. And that's exactly how this whole military got involved. Crazy acts framed military. Okay, what do you need to know from this whole situation? Well, when will this end? When are these people finally be incarcerated? When are all of these sick criminals will be finally incarcerated? Okay, we have here Queen of Wands. It's a successful deal. It's a deal. It's a successful deal. I also see here a rider, and I see the card of a sun. Soon, soon. Okay, maybe next 3 months. Maybe in the next 3 months, the situation will be resolved. Soon, very soon. Like I said, you only have one sick opponent. Is whoever that military sicko sociopath is. That air sign. He's an air sign, most likely. That creepo. The older one. The psychopath. The psychopath, the one that I described, was glasses and like a Irish or maybe Austrian man with curly white hair, yellow hair. Okay, he's not a brunette. He's not a redhead. He is Austrian, but light skinned and light haired psychopath. Older, creepy, very nasty, very creepy, very rude, disgusting person. Disgusting. Okay. Greedy, think he's better than everybody else. A psychopath, okay? Very malicious, very manipulative, very tyrant, very ruthless. He's like, oh, I don't care. Me, I don't care. I don't care what's going to happen to an innocent victim. I don't care. I care about me. I'm privileged. I'm smarter. These people are all sick. Sick. They need to go check themselves for doing what was done to you. But on a positive note, the question I asked, when will you see the ending of this situation, of this sick military abuse? In the next 3 months, you see? In the next 3 months. Situation will resolve. I kind of feel like it's already starting to change. I kind of feel like you feeling better overall. You feeling very optimistic. You feeling happy. You feel it. Somehow magically, you get that rush of strength. And you often question, well, where do I get the power and the strength to deal with these tyrants? From above, because you're supported. See, there's a card of Bastet that initially came as a first oracle card in this read that signifies protection. Bastet is a very powerful protector that protects its boundaries. Magical energy protection. There's a divine protection. So you are without doubt divinely protected from these sickos, including some wannabe witches or whoever this sick woman is that did magic on you and still doing some sort of ridiculous magic that frankly is not working on the first place. Is magic, whatever this magic that is being done on you, is that working? Does it affect you? No. Coffin, it's not. Coffin, death. The person that did magic on you, and particularly if the death spells was done, coffin speaks for itself. It means that that snake will end up in the coffin herself. Okay, meaning it's death. It's the end. It's the end. Whatever was done to you, if magic is done on you for death, then that person will end up dead, unalived. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it what I see. So in other words, whatever type of magic is used will ricochet back to its sender. So if magic is done to block your finances, these people will have no finances. If magic is done based on love spells, then of course, that person will have no love and be alone, isolated, okay? So yeah, magic, no, does not affect you. Does not affect you. So don't even worry about it. Now everything is done to these people, right? And I do see here money, the safeguard, riches. You will be very successful. You will be rich. You will have money. And And in regards of your people, they're losing money. They have no money. They did it because of money. Yeah, see, and there's a legal documents. Official, successful official deal. Look at this. A pig, also a symbol of money. So from a legal perspective, you will accept it. There will be an offer. There will be maybe a settlement. So in other words, these psychopaths are being sued for fraud, for framing you, for these falsified reports, for them not doing the job they're supposed to do, for them violating their protocols, for them not following what they're supposed to do because they taken you as a victim and abused you. You were a victim of miscarriage of justice. And you will most likely accept that legal documents, which once again entails money and financial benefit, compensation of some sort. And you will live happily ever after. So next 3 months, that deal will come towards you. So expect that. And in the meantime, hold your ground, okay? Do not give up. Do not be disappointed. Do not be sad. Remember, you deal with a highly sick people. And of course, as long as you remain sane, as long as you remain strong, positive, you'll be fine. So that is the message for today, my wonderful collective. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you new, subscribe. And I will see you soon. All right, bye guys.